When they say she get it from her mama, I'ma say you fucking right. Body rude is unpolite. Don't be in the humble type. Tell me, is you down? Cause I'm tryna go up tonight. Posing who just left and right. I just wanna live in a fantasy. I think we deserve it right.
What's up, plus size baddies, aka hey YouTube. So I look so pretty today, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all a picture right here. Well, it's so pretty today. But anyway, so yes, as you read by this title, this is the time I snuck out the house and my car broke down and I had to get it towed back to the house. If y'all hear trouble, let me roll down the window. But if y'all hear trouble, cause he right here, I promised him I was gonna take him to get a pup cut today because the way he oh, I don't know about that, cause it's a wasp right there. Give me 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes of your time, son, I promise. So this was like 2016, 2017, one of them. It was one of them because I had my Honda. And my Honda used to give me so much hell. Like, my car used to give me so much hell. If you had the AC on too long, she was gonna start running hot. And in the summertime, that was the worst. And that's when this was during the summertime. So, car hot. And I'm trying to think, was this summertime like August, school had just started back, or was this like going into us finna get out of school? I don't know, I can't really remember, but I just know that night my car broke down. So I know like it used to run hot. I remember it used to run hot all the time. I used to have to, if I have the air on and it start running hot, I had to cut the air off and then it'll start, you know, going back in the middle or whatever. The battery, like if I hit I'm saying not a curb, but if I hit like a bump in the road or a pothole or something, it's gonna knock the cables loose. So next time I cut my car off and cut it back on, it wouldn't cut back on. I would have to mess with the cables and shit. So like I knew, like when that happened, I knew to mess with the cable, boom, it'll cut back on. Cool. So boom. So y'all, I just snuck out the house this night. So like, you know, fast forward because yeah, that's the rundown about my car. So I sneaks out the house that night or whatever, and the alarm like loud as hell, like it just beep or whatever. So get out the house or whatever. So it's so funny because like we're gonna call this person Billy. So I'm texting Billy, I'm like, okay, so send the location, whatever. So they send the location, and like before they sent, they was telling me like, okay, they stay right here or whatever. So I'm like, okay, that ain't far. Like Dean's Bridge, okay, boom, that's not far. I'm damn near in Rennes. Like, is that Rennes? Is that Rennes going that way? Whatever it is going that way, going on Dean's Bridge, Milledgeville, Rennes, Louisville, whatever it is. I was halfway in the country. That's what it felt like. So don't be, y'all, I'm not naked. I promise I'm not. So so don't look back over here. Don't do that. I'm gonna beat your ass. So I'm driving or whatever. I'm like, damn, this nigga is far. What the fuck? I'm thinking like, yeah, you're far. Like, but we gotta see it through now. We done snuck out. We're gonna see it through. Trouble like, mama, please come on. I just want my pup cut. At first, it was like, damn, okay, I gotta hurry up. I'm on a time frame. And on top of being on a time frame, you all the way out here. Now, mind you, I wasn't even thinking about my car gonna break down, or she gonna do what she do, or if she did do what she do. I knew what to do. So I get out there, me and Billy Bob, we chopping it up or whatever, and we chopping it up or whatever. Y'all in my business, don't do that. No, I'm just playing, but we just chilling, chopping it up. So I'm like, okay, time going by. But then I knew like my dad paced the floor all the time at night, so I'm like, okay, I'm finna get ready to go. Why did my car act like she didn't want to crank up? Y'all, I'm like, girl, you cannot be doing this right now. You don't want to crank? Like, oh my gosh, girl, you don't want to crank. So I'm like, okay. So I get out the car, mess with the cables. And y'all, mind you, I always kept like a bottle of Pepsi or something with me because of the simple fact that I know like if some corrosion grow in there, I know like that'll get it off or whatever. I don't know, some shit my daddy told me. Anyway. So I'm doing that. I'm messing with the cables and they go back and crank it up. It's not cranking. It's like click, click. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, come on. So I'm wiggling it some more. I'm tapping on it. I done took them off, put them back on. And I'm like, bruh, this is so annoying. So I'm called Billy like, okay, come outside. Try to do this real quick or whatever. So as they doing that, I'm trying to crank it back. Why are you looking like that, son? Anyway, so I'm trying to crank it up and it's not cranking. And I'm like, bro, like, it's getting past the time that I need to be back. Like, I'm trying to be back. Like, what the fuck? Well, I gotta hear Felicia mouth. I'm gonna call Takia. So I call my sister and I tell her where I'm at. So I kick it to her because I'm like, damn, I don't even want to tell her where exactly I'm at. So I'm like, okay, so I got my house. Oh, that's where I'm at. She like, all right, send your location. So I sent the location, but I told her I was by my godmama house. So I guess like when she got to where our godmama stayed at, she talking about, you is not where our godmama stay at. You damn near Ren's. Where is you at? What is you doing all the way out here? I'm like, oh my God. I did not call you to hear this. That's the case. I would have called Holly. Bless you. That's the case. I would have called for all that snot and stuff. Yeah. That's the case. I would have called Felicia. I would have called my mama if I wanted to hear somebody fuss. So I called her and she like, girl, you all the way, you down there in Ren's. You out here in Ren's. What you mean? You passed godmama house. I'm like, sis, I ain't got time for that. Go ahead and get this motherfucker to start. You hear me? Or call or Sam out here and come get it to start for me. He couldn't even get it to start. Y'all, I needed a whole new starter kit. I was so pissed. I had to get the car towed back to the house, bro. I had to get the car towed back to the house. I'm like, y'all finna be making too much noise because now here it is. I gotta get this car towed back to the house. Y'all in y'all loud ass truck. I gotta pull back up. Y'all gotta take the car off the trailer, put it in the yard. Then I gotta explain why they gonna crank up in the morning because I'm still trying to remember, was this a school night or not? I don't even remember. Then I gotta explain why they gonna crank up in the morning when I gotta go to school. But luckily, like, the car always do that, so it's kind of like, you know. But, bruh, why? So they told the car back to the house or whatever. I end up getting back in the house or whatever. If I'm not mistaken, I bumped into my daddy when I got back in the house. And I think he asked me like, well, where I was at or what I was doing or whatever. And I was just like, oh, I had to get something out of the car. Girl, yeah, I told him I had to get something out of the car. Like, yeah. It was so funny because that's the thing. When I told my daddy I was finna upload a story time yesterday when I went and seen him. And he was like, what story time you doing? And I told him that, you know, the time while I snuck out of the house and I had to get my car towed back here. He told me, you snuck out of this house? Yeah, this house was why I'm gonna sneak out of my own house, daddy. Like, so, and I want to say, I don't know if I had to go to school the next day or not, but yeah. So that's the time that I snuck out the house and had to get the car towed back to the house. Now y'all know. Like, my parents watch my YouTube, so now y'all know I just snuck out the house. 10 out of 10, don't recommend. Don't. And I'm like, was Uber and stuff out back then? But I don't know, like, child, 16, 17 years old doing that. Like, no. That's what your ass get in the first place. You don't even supposed to be doing that. But I will call y'all back next time. Want to tell them bye? Trouble like, B, give me my pup cup, bro. Like, trouble like, for that. I'm just ready for my pup cup. Like, I'm sitting here being patient. I ain't saying nothing the whole time. I just want my damn pup cup. Right? Trouble. 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 You don't hear me talking to you? I'm saying. Okay, we finna go. I'm sorry. We finna go. We finna go. Damn. Oh, Jesus. These kids. Anyway, bye, y'all. Mwah. Bye.
When they say she get it from her mama, I'ma say it's alright. Body rude is unpolite. Don't be in the humble type. Tell me, is you down? Cause I'm trying to go up tonight. Hoes and who just left and right. I just wanna live in a fantasy. think we deserve it.